Hello fellow YouTubers and YouTube bingers, Audio Vampire here. Today I'll be giving you a tutorial on how to set up Plant Species X. If you're wondering what that is, it's pretty much just a poor man's turret is what it is. I mean, if you're not on a PvP server and you don't have that much metal in general, pretty much make a Plant Species X and it serves kind of the same purpose. It's not as powerful, but it does slow dinos and it will kill stuff for you. So there's pretty much three basic things that you need to know about how to set up Plant Species X. I will show you each step and I will explain the significance of each one. So the first thing you're going to need is Plant Species X seeds. And if you have a Therizino, this actually is pretty freaking easy to do. So if you're on the Ragnarok map, for example, what you gotta do is take a Therizino out where there's a bunch of plants sitting around or whatever, and look for one that looks like this right here. It almost looks like the top of a Bulbasaur if you play Pokemon, something like that. And what you gotta do is just gather it with the C button on a Therizino. See that? I mean, it is ×2 right now on this official server, but even on ×1 you get about 100 of it. You just need to find a source of water. For example, you can either find a pond like this. You can build some of these water tanks. I mean, they even have metal ones. Metal ones hold a lot more than these ones do. Or if you live on the center map or the Ragnarok map, you actually don't need to have a water source for plant species because it rains quite often, so it kind of, waters it himself. See, for example, I got those up there, and there's no pipes, no ugly ass pipes leading up to it. After you found your water source, what you need to do is make some pipes. And then connect it either to the water or to these. For this, I'm just going to connect it to the water. After that, you need to make a crop plot, preferably a large crop plot. And then lay it wherever you want. And then you also need to make a tap. Hook it directly to your water source. And then you'll see it says water not irrigated. It's not irrigated because I do not have a pump on this, but it is getting water because of the rain. As you can see, it's at 26 right now, 39. And then after that, you just put one seed in there, and then you either use fertilizer or you use poop. Which, how to get fertilizer, you just tame a dung beetle, which is very easily. You just put poop in your 0 bar and then passively feed it, or you can feed it spoiled meat, which is a little bit longer of a tame, but they're pretty quick tames either way. And then to know if you did it right, it should look like this. And it says Plant Species X seeded seedling. That means that it is growing, and you pretty much have it right there. Usually takes about a day, depending on if the server is on ×2, ×3. Just to kind of show you like how these work. So once you actually have it planted, fully grown, if you have either animal feces or fertilizer in your inventory, you can just directly deposit it by pushing E. And then also through the settings, you can change the range from medium, low, high. And then you can also change what you want it to attack. For example, if you're on a PvE server or whatever, you don't really need to have it on only survivors or tame creatures. You pretty much just need it on only wild creatures. And then you can also put it to sleep, which I don't know why you would. And a really good design, I mean, one that I usually use, is I put a pillar and then I put a ceiling on top, and then I put it on top, and then I just put a ladder on here so it's easy to get up to. Just deposit. Or if you can't seem to get up to it with a ladder because you placed the crop pot wrong, you just jump up, push E on it, and you deposit it like that. So yeah. Another design I like doing is putting on a sloped roof. And if you do that, it allows it to attack like flying dinos a little bit easier, because sometimes they are not in the range of these ones because they're either too low or something else is blocking them. So if you have these on the roof, for example, I have one over here, one over there, it gets everything that's up there, but it also hits stuff that's on the ground. So it's nice to have a little bit of both of these. Just helps coverage wise. And then I also just have some right here, covers all that. So pretty much all you have to do to make these is put a wall, and then a left and a right wall slope, and then put a ceiling right on top. And one thing that I learned is ramps do not work for this, so you actually have to have a sloped ceiling to do this. Just so if you're wondering why is it not placing on top of this ramp. Thank you for watching my tutorial on how to set up Plant Species X. If you liked the video, hit that thumbs up, possibly subscribe.